So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position.
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels. It's a huge moment for the game and a shocking moment for him personally, but it happened at the best possible time. This is recoverable.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Gerrard wins the duel this time. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Hazard. And he's had it nicked away. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Thuram does well to get it back. Eto'o gets into a good position. Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard with the clearance.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's heaved it away. Bergomi. This looks promising. There's the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Mbappe, shot a goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's been taken short. Oh, he's been caught napping. Forlan crosses.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
In once more. He'll try to keep this alive. Tries to get it clear. James just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's made its way to him. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Searching pass he's played there. That's a cute ball. Well read, nice interception.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. James. And it's Denzel Dumfries.
That's good play from him.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Threads one in. Hazard. And he's been shifted off it. Showing good feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's having a shot! And he hits the net! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that is as far as they're going to go. No, he is not giving anything away. Not the most accurate pass. Forlan. And it's Azar. And it's Gattuso. Now Gattuso. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Forlan. To Azar. Gerrard. Zico. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Zico, he's having a go! That was mighty close. And it's Azar. Gullit gets a foot in here. And this is Ibrahimovic. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's tried one! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! He's got himself an absolute peach. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
A case now of complete control. Azar. Forlan. Azar. Ambitious ball here. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Now this could be... Mbappe! James. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Ball played for Rijkaard. And it's half-time here. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Barcelona, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. And we're off again. James. Dumfries.
That was lovely, that.
He slings it in. Vieira with the clearance. Now he's got space here. Chips it through. Adams tries to clear and reclaimed it in a trice. Forlan. And he was quick to react. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Mbappe knocks it into space. Always onto this. Rijkaard makes the interception. Probing pass. Rijkaard. And it's Gattuso. And it's Azar. And he's on a charge. Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
And it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And he plays one through. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Gattuso. Now James. Dumfries could try cutting inside here. Dumfries with the delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. Can he finish? Forlan plays it short. Now here's the... Mbappe! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And here's Bale.
Bale really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
James. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's bustling through here. Foot in. Played into space. Adams does really well to win the ball there. Looking for the run. And this is Eto'o. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Barcelona have their second corner now. Ibrahimovic! And somehow he kept it out. James. Rijkaard. Hazard.
Oh, really well played.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, super ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And here's Eto'o. Great defending, strong and determined. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And it's Bale. Now it's Mbappe. Nice looking ball. Adams cuts it out. Barcelona are coasting towards victory. Played out towards the right wing. Hazard. And it's played in. Up he goes! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Milan are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Just 5 minutes left. Thuram. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Adams. Rijkaard.
Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Pass somewhat off target. Nicely aimed pass. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Bergkamp. James. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Looking for options for movement. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Ibrahimovic voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Davids. Looking to play him in. Ronaldinho providing an outlet on that flank.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Deftly away. And he thumps it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Balde. Beckenbauer. Adams. Kimmich. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Bergkamp. Too strong, too smart. And he's worked it through. And this is Ibrahimovic. Pedri. Out to the left it goes. Plays the return pass. Mbappe. Now it's Alvarez. Backward it goes.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
There's the header! Goal! Barcelona!
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there. But you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing team. It made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And this is Ibrahimovic. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Barcelona clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Makaleli. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. That's an imaginative pass. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Rafinha distributed tidily. Pedri. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gullit. Gullit will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Beckenbauer. Balde. Makaleli. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Alvarez. Gullit cuts it out. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Can he get it through? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Balde. And Rafinha. It's a searching pass. And that should get the job done. Now it's Alvarez. Balde. Adams makes the interception. Rafinha. Mbappe. And it's Gullit. That looks a cracking ball. Plenty to... Shapes to shoot!
A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Corner number 2 then. Makalele tries to clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Always onto this. Ronaldinho. Well seen, saw that coming. That has been slung wide. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong.
Barcelona really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Pedri has shifted it to the flank. He is through here. Pedri. Pedri! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Makalele. And Rafinha. Oh, good spread. Yamal. Great vision. The most accurate pass. Kimmich. And Rafinha. Oh, good read.
That was...
And it's half-time here. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Reflections on the first half?
Barcelona really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Barcelona leading 1-0 at the break.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9.
There's the start of the second half.
Será reemplazado por...
Barcelona really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
And it's been given away. Makalele. Barcelona different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Pull it. And it's Balde.
That's good play from him.
That'll be a throw. Chips it through. Somewhat off target. Nicely spread. Balde. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And they're back on the ball again. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Now it's come to nothing. Rafinha. Now it's Alvarez. That's a good ball out wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Still just a single goal between the sides. And here's Alvarez. Pele. Now, can they get him away? Fink takes a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Alvarez really can't believe he didn't put that away. He set himself up perfectly.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Adams. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Out of play for a throw. Pele. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Kimmich. Yamal. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Adams spots it and intercepts. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Balde. Adams. Mbappe. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pinches it off him. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Yamal. Looking for options for movement. Beckenbauer. And it's Pedri. And Rafinha. Kimmich. And it's Makalele. And this is Ibrahimovic. Now the cross.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He's got away. Swings it across. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. One 0 as we head towards the end. He's a sharp little ball here. Balde puts a cross in. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. Beckenbauer with the short one. That's a decent clearance.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Ribery. Beckenbauer, and it's Pedri.
Habrá 3 minutos de
Now is
descuento.
this the final assault? He's got plenty of space out wide here. Platini. Chance here to counter. Can he get on the end of this? Well timed, excellent interception.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Barcelona finding their passes. That's that, the end. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Cannavaro. And it's Rijkaard. Here's Makalele. Rooney. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Zico. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rooney. Great vision. Mbappe! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find the finish after that.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
He's got away. He's under a lot of pressure there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And it's Ribéry. Threads one in. Stood up well to him there. Rooney with the short one. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Just eases him off the ball, looking for a runner. Vieira deals with that comfortably. It's a quick ball upfield. Vicious ball here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Ribéry. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Serginho. Makalele. Cannavaro. And it's Ribéry. Rooney. Ball played for Rijkaard. Bergomi. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. No, he's not getting past him there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ribéry. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Tries to pass it. Shot, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, that looks a decent ball, and he's managed to get free. Cleared without complication. Well, they've got it again. Half an hour played now. Oh, a delicate chip through. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Beckenbauer. Makalele. And it's Ribéry. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. For Ribéry. In with the challenge. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Ribéry. Beckenbauer. And it's Bergomi. Makaleli, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Bullet has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Vieira cuts it out. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Rooney, foot in. Monaco have a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. It's a loose ball. Bergomi. That's the throw. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Chiellini. Well, that pass isn't the best. Ribéry. Rooney. Mbappe is onto this. That's a nicely weighted pass. And the shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around, and I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Se ha encontrado un niño de pelo castaño de unos 5 años que viste camiseta azul y gorra roja y dice haberse perdido. Se ruega a su padre que acude a recogerlo a la puerta 26.
And we're underway again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pinches it off him. Vieira. Probing pass. Now that's well seen too. Beckenbauer. It's Ribéry. And they're back on the ball again. Zico. Rijkaard. Cannavaro. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now Mbappe. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. No, he's just misjudged that one. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. That's a cute ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Rijkaard. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Serginho. That's a sharp pass. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Nicely weighted ball. That has not gone well. He's big chance! Chance for a shot! It's in! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Barcelona have broken through, it's 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And it's Eto'o. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, well-measured. Hullet. Terrific header! He will be livid with himself.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Serginho. Distributed tidily. Oh, that's clever. And this is Eto'o. Monaco needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rooney. And here's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
He has found the way through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ribery. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's been shifted off it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Monaco really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Now, he's got space here. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Ribery. Now it's Mbappe. Now that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Ferdinand has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
Barcelona still ahead by the game's only goal. Well, we've seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rooney.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Thinks one through. Beckenbauer does really well to win the ball there. Ribery. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And it's Rijkaard. Bergomi.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
The final seconds now. It's Bergomi. And that will be it. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Gerrard claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Brzezinski. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looking for options for movement. And he's had it nicked away. Kukçu. And it's Fernando Torres. Brzezinski. Spread out to the left. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Ferdinand did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Caresses it through. Bullish header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Fernando Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Danielson. Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Can he get it through? That's going to go a long way. And it's Zico. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Played into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's only too happy to take that back. Chance, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, there's a probing ball. Zico.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It is a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Ibrahimovic! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Out to the left it goes. Rosicki. Ball played for Kokchu. And it's Rosicki. And here's Torres. Thinks about the shot.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Cleared away. And reclaimed it in a trice. Nicely weighted ball. That's really nicely played. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Rosicki engages and forces him off the ball. Threads one in, and that pass just didn't quite work. Rosicki. He's a sharp little ball here. Neither side giving way, it has been tight.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's intervened well there. Messi. Kokchu. Messi. That'll be a corner. Corner number 2 then. Gets his head on it! And it's a goal!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And it's Zico. Zico. Good, strong midfield running here.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Zico stood his ground strongly. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Rosicki. Pinches it off him. There's the whistle for half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Barcelona head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Barcelona really need to go and grab another goal.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, he's bustling through here. He's had a shot. They've got to be quick to recover. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Danielson. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Kukçu. Hazard running with the ball. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Cleared without complication. Guardiola. For Rosicki. Over to the left. Danielson. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get hounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Danielson chasing after it. Barcelona are still that goal to the good. And it's Hullet. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's a key interception. Messi. Barcelona leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. It's a searching pass. Rosicki. Looking to play him in. Tries to play it through. Cross to the back post.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
So, third quarter of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Danielson. Now that looks a decent ball. Torres! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Hazard gets into some space. Can he get away here?
Sao Paulo really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And this is Eto. Sao Paulo needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, what has happened here? Guardiola gets good distance on it. Looking for a runner. Saliba getting this one clear.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And it's Messi. Great vision. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, what a climb! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Cambio de jugadores.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Puskás to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10, el dorsal
Kukçu.
20, Ribéry, el dorsal 17.
And here's Torres. And he's been shifted off it. Nicely shaped ball. Guardiola. That has not gone well. Spread it left. Here's the return pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Always onto this. It's Ibrahimovic! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Barcelona can consider themselves just about safe now. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, nicely intercepted. Saliba. Costa Curta. Oh, easy pickings there. That has been slung wide. Aimed beyond the defence.
3 minutos de descuento.
He's tried one! That comes as a mighty relief. And the number on the board is 3. Saliba makes the interception. Courtois punts it upfield. And that will be the final act. Barcelona can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. The wait had become maddening for Argentina fans. 28 years since their last major title, they finally managed it. And it was, of course, largely down to this man.
Yeah, and they won it in the best way possible against Brazil, in Brazil. OK, it wasn't exactly a classic match by any means, but still, they did it.
It's the significance of it, of course. If there was ever any doubt as to this man's commitment to the cause, that game went a long way in proving it simply wasn't the case. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Neymar. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. That pass isn't the best. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. White hurtling down that right flank, and it's Stojkovic. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Looking tidy in possession here. Now it's Stojkovic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's a pretty loose pass. Out to the left it goes.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Knocks it into space. And he was quick to react. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Oh, this looks sharp. It's a really well-measured ball. White. That is good strength. Now it's Zico. And that could set him on his way. Beckenbauer gets it clear. That's a throw. Aimed in towards the centre. Cleared without hesitation. Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Nedved does well to get it back. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. But they've got it again. Out of play for a throw. Bergomi tries to play it through, but this is Zico. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking for a runner.
River Plate clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Ibrahimovic. No, that was never going to make it. Beckenbauer. And it's Rodri. White. Fernando Torres. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. And here's Torres. Searching pass he's played there. That's beautifully weighted. Puyol. Stojkovic. Passing is crisp and sharp. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal.
River Plate have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And it's White. Not the most accurate pass. Messi. Puyol. Spread it left. Neymar. Thuram tries making a foray down the right. Puyol calmly anticipates. Saliba. Here's Rodri. Beckenbauer. White. Oh, that's delightful. And here's Eto'o.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Neymar. And the referee brings the first half to a close. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Barcelona really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Messi. Now it's Eto'o. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Probing pass, and he thumps it clear. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Chiellini gets a foot in and wins the ball. Rodri. Saliba. White. Looks to the other side. And it's Neymar. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Referee's given a throw.
Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there.
And it's Neymar. That's tidy. Neymar going face to face with his great rival.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, that's clever. He's being urged to shoot. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, he's been flattened there. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contact. And a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Fernando Torres deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Nedved. It's run loose here. Stojkovic. Vieira makes the interception. Looking for options for movement. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Chance for a shot! And he hits the net!
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Marcó en el minuto 67 el dorsal 11. Ibrahimovic.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He shifted it to the flank. That's a throw. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Great chance! Oh, taken with style!
2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Ibrahimovic demonstrated great strength there, and he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Played in by Eto. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
River Plate really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Into the last quarter of an hour. And it's White. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Barcelona have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Beckenbauer. For Messi. Stojkovic. Now it's Puskás. Stojkovic. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Puskás. Neatly clipped into space. River Plate needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Eto.
Oh, great feat, that.
Tries to dink it through. Messi. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
River Plate truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
He's a sharp little ball here. And this is Puskás. Messi. Fernando Torres. And it's Messi. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Zico. That's been cut out, well played. Stojkovic. Over to the left. And that will be it. Barcelona are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Ibrahimovic picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Este estadio Dispone de un
Thanks to
circuito
Jim
de-
alongside. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
And he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. It is a corner. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. And now they can clear their lines. And he's had it nicked away. Searching pass he's played there. Sanchez tries to clear. Alexander-Arnold. Greenwood. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Park Ji-sung. He has found a way through. Now it's Rice. Played in. Oh, that was vital. Quality ball. Ronaldo goes steaming forward. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that's been cut out. Well played. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Rodri. And it's Rijkaard. And Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's found support out wide. Alexander-Arnold is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Robertson. Rijkaard. Robertson. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Park Ji-sung. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Short changes him with that pass. And it's Rice. Park Ji-sung gets into a good position. Now it's Rob. He's having a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Saliba does really well there. He is strong. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Davids, that's a cute ball. That's been slipped through. Rodri. It's a really well-measured ball. And he skips past his man. Lewandowski. Pass is just off target. Pullet will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rice. And they're on him in a flash. Now he's got space here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Not the most accurate pass. Park Ji-sung. No, it's Park Ji-sung. Pullet does well to get it back. It's a searching pass. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Lewandowski. Can he get it through? Ronaldo picks it up out wide. Ah, such a clever touch. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. He can get that clear. Nicely shaped ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Manchester United have got it back and they'll have another go. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rodri. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cleared without hesitation. Rice. It's Park Ji-sung.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Okay, credit him for his willingness to...
And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Just a quick
Well,
announcement.
simply put,
An
Peter,
exciting
they
one
haven't
too.
been
We're
good
about
enough to
announce
trouble
today's
the
lucky
opposition.
numbers.
They
Please watch
need
the
to play
screen
with
if you
more
have a
courage
ticket.
in the second half and a lot more intent.
Everyone, please
So,
welcome the
no
two
breakthrough
sides.
from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Barcelona really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Rodri. Rice. And here's Lewandowski. Out to the left it goes. He's on it, can he get away? Alexander-Arnold goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Iniesta. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Saliba. Sanchez. Rijkaard. And it's Rice. Now it's Lewandowski. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Chiellini. And he plays one through. Alexander-Arnold. Greenwood. Played back into the centre. Played out wide. And Alexander-Arnold. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Manchester United have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And it's Robertson. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Davids clears. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 21, Mason Greenwood. Coming on to replace him is number 20, Mohamed Salah.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Salah. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bergobi. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a throw. Well, that is one way to stop him. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, this looks sharp. Well read, nice interception. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Little pass back. That is ended up in no man's land. That is good alertness.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Mohamed Salah.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's a lovely, delicate pass. Saliba with a definite foul there. And he's there to clear it. Ball's gone out of play. That's a decent clearance. Lewandowski.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
It's Park Ji-sung. Sanchez, always a very imposing presence at the back. Great vision.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
substitution for Manchester United.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Azar getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Back to the keeper it goes. Saliba. Bellingham. And here's Lewandowski. He won't be happy with that one.
Added time.
Rijkaard. Bellingham. Driving on and making good progress. Thinks, shoots! Oh, it's in! And surely that has won the day! So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Manchester United take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on. And that's it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?